We had to do a couple prototypes, made some mistakes. I made it more complicated than I need to be. And so I know next time in the future that I should just trust the machine, trust the tool. The Shaper Origin is actually really set up great for inlays, and I doubted it. Welcome to Knocking on Wood.
The Fantastic Four is coming back to the big screen. Here's how I brought them into the shop. I have a friend who loves superheroes and comic books, so I thought I'd make him something fun. The Shaper Origin is super easy to work with. I just create files in Illustrator and I import them into the studio. I decided to go with walnut and hard maple for this project. I really like to have contrasting woods in pretty much all of my projects. So on the Shaper Origin, you have to scan your workspace, put your bit in and import your project, and you're ready to go. The Shaper is pretty awesome for doing inlays. It's set up perfectly. You don't have to worry about offsets. It's usually good to go right out of the box. I decided to do a test first with 1/4-inch plywood. You just have to stick on these domino stickers so the Shaper Origin can know where it's at. I believe it uses computer vision to know where it's at in the workspace. The platform's super intuitive and you just follow the lines. I recommend using a MDF backer board to help with chip out. Here I am milling down some 10-quarter hard maple. I milled it down into 2 boards just in case I made a mistake. After I routed out the maple inlay, I took it over to the joiner and milled it super thin. As you can see, I was only taking a 1/64 of an inch off at a time. That gave me some onion skin I could pop out, and the inlay was ready to go.
Wow, it was a tough road to get here. We had to do a couple prototypes, made some mistakes. I used my previous experience with router inlays to do this, and it didn't help me with this. The Shaper Origin is actually really set up great for inlays, and I doubted it. But we made it. We're gonna cut this out and route it clean, route the circle clean, and then sand it down flat. And that's it. And probably put some finish on. So stick around.
I just took a jigsaw and roughly cut out the circle. And then I took it over to the router with a template bit to make the clean edge. We made such good project up to this point. I was a tad bit nervous when it came to sanding. I don't have a drum sander yet, so I had to use my random orbit sander and keep a close eye so I didn't sand one side lower than the other. Double stick taped it down to my workbench so it doesn't move around. Started with 80 grit 3M Cubitron sandpaper to take off a lot of the thickness. Oh, look who that is. It's always important to blow out walnut after you sand it to get all the sawdust stuck down in the pores. It gives you a way better finish in the end. I had some chip out on the end grain, so I touched it up with some UV clear epoxy. That way the edges have a nice smooth touch. I recommend you wear gloves when you use a UV flashlight, as I gave my fingers a sunburn. Here I'm just putting a nice little round over on the bottom side before it's time to finish.
We're gonna put a little Total Boat wood honey on it, and it should be ready to go. I usually only put 1 or 2 coats of this on, so we'll see how it looks after 1 coat and go from there. But look how awesome it looks, man. It's so smooth. I like to sand my woods down to 220, and some people say that's overkill for walnut, but I just blow it out as you saw in the video, and it feels pretty awesome. Sometimes I miss bartending. Would you like a martini? Ooh. Really, what this was about is me trying the Shaper Origin, trying some new stuff with that. It was really a great experience. We had some trials and tribulations. Inlays are really easy with the Shaper Origin, but I made it more complicated than I need to be. And so I know next time in the future that I should just trust the machine, trust the tool, and you'll get great work like this. So thanks for joining us on this one, and we'll see you in the next video. Take care. All right, that's it for today. Hopefully something hit home for you, and we appreciate you sticking around. There's more to build, and not just with wood. Give us a subscribe if you haven't, and we'll see you back in the shop.